Welcome to Spotlight 814. It has been a minute. It has been a minute.
It's been an hour.
We've been working on this for an hour at Cam Studios, and now we are at Brenna's home studio. Hi, Brenna.
Hi.
And I'm Ryan Dolly.
We're already off to a great start.
We've had a morning, y'all.
We were in Cam Studios earlier this morning. Nothing was working. Not a single thing.
Not a single thing. Even the passwords. So we are here at Brenna's house. And
it's nice and warm here.
It is. And you're going to hear little jingle bells.
Little jingle.
The little jingle bells of Sir Vincent.
St. Vincent.
St. Vincent.
Have you seen that movie?
I've not.
It's really good. Bill Murray.
Bill Murray.
But you know, every time a bell rings,
an angel gets its wings.
That's a little teaser on what we're going to be talking about later in the episode.
Yeah. It's a wonderful life. It's so wonderful.
Is it, though?
It's so wonderful. We're going to talk about that a little bit later. But first, we have been away for 3 weeks. It's been a month. So we've seen some things.
We've seen quite a few things at different locations.
Yeah.
Outside of Erie.
So first of all, shout out to Seneca High School when I went to go see Play That Goes Wrong out there. That's my alma mater. So it was nice to see a show out there. Excellent job to the cast and director. And yeah, I look forward to seeing Anastasia in the spring.
Mm-hmm. Are they going to be doing it around the same time that Meadville's doing it?
They may be. Yeah, maybe. I don't know. It's in the spring sometime.
Okay.
So we'll see. I don't know. We saw Guys and Dolls. Our friend Will.
Yep. Will Steadman directed that at General McClane.
Yeah. Directing and producing his first show out there after taking over for the Yates family.
Yeah.
So some big shoes to step into, and he did a fantastic job.
Yeah, it was great. Oh my gosh, there's so much talent in that school.
Yeah. Andrew Rainbow was music director. Julie Bartu, Jenna Baker, and Maddie Penpeck had fantastic choreography. Brendan I can never say your last name, Brendan.
Is it Dougherty?
Darty? Tell me, Brandon. Tell me. Fix this
Dougherty.
problem. Fix this problem that I have.
It might be Dougherty.
Darty.
Dirty.
Brendan Dirty. For
he did
set
sets.
He did sets. I love Brendan, and he has the best laugh in the world. So that's a shout out to him. And a shout out to the great cast that they had in the show.
I said after the show, the kid who played Sky Masterson's going to be a star.
Yeah, his name is Parker Irwin. He's a junior.
He was unbelievable.
Yeah, that kid is going places. Same for Dylan Boulder, senior. He played Nicely Johnson.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
He was incredible.
Who played Adelaide?
Adelaide was Lydia Zare.
Yeah, beautiful
senior.
voice.
Yeah, she was incredible. My favorite part of the show was Lieutenant Brannigan, Peter Alberti.
I forgot all about that.
He was Prison Mike.
He played the role of Prison Mike.
I don't know if he meant to, but he was definitely Prison Mike. And we laughed the entire show. It was awesome.
He played a cop. He played the cop in the show.
He was the cop, but he was definitely Prison Mike. Like he's done some time himself. Lieutenant Brannigan.
And then he got out of the clink.
Got out of the clink. Got himself clean. Joined the force.
It was the Dementors. So yeah, unfortunately, you don't have a chance to go see that anymore. But I hope you got down to Edinburgh.
Yeah.
And saw that.
We also saw Cabaret at Barrow-Civic Theatre in Franklin. What'd you think of that, Brenna? Because that was the week that I saw 3 different productions of Cabaret,
including ours, and we saw ours first.
Yeah,
from the Academy earlier this year. We
Yeah.
did a watch party. I mean, I said that if I hadn't known about our production, it would have been fantastic. It was obviously still fantastic.
Yeah.
It's just really hard to see an interpretation other than what you're used to.
It's hard to separate the two, especially after you've seen them back to back like that.
Yeah. And they took a different direction.
Yeah.
And I was thinking about it, and I was thinking especially about the number. I'm sorry, who played Sally Bowles?
Sally Bowles is Hannah Farong.
Yeah, her interpretation of Cabaret. And I was thinking about that versus ours, and they're two very, very different interpretations.
Mm-hmm.
And I was thinking it's all about the perspective. Like, it switches from the perspective of the characters themselves to the perspective of the audience, because it's like, in ours, it was the characters themselves breaking down.
Yeah.
But in their version, it's like the characters are completely aloof.
Mm-hmm.
And they have no idea what's going on.
Society
it's the audience who's seeing, oh my gosh,
yeah.
They have no idea, and we have to be the ones to bear the burden.
Right.
So it was just, it's continuing the same message either way. It's just who has the perspective.
Yeah.
And there's nothing wrong with either one.
Right. I really enjoyed it.
Yeah.
Ben Bodemer, he played the MC. He was fantastic.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
He had a completely different take on the character than I did, and I loved it.
Like every MC that I've ever seen does it very, very differently.
Yeah. Did you see John Stamos is writing a book, and a lot of it is about his time as the MC?
Oh, cool. No, I didn't see that, but I knew that he was MC. I watched some videos of him when I was, preparing for our show.
Uncle Jesse, I gotta get that book.
Have mercy.
Have mercy. Jim Nash played Cliff, and I thought he did a great job.
Yeah.
He did it without being too aggressive. I've seen a lot of MCs be way too aggressive.
Cliffs, you mean?
Yeah, Cliffs. Just be way too aggressive at the end. He did it.
He was very emotional.
He was emotional and compassionate.
Yeah.
Which was a different take on it, and I really enjoyed that.
I know he made Cliff likable for me.
Yeah.
I've not seen that. The one that I saw in London, he was very, very charming and always smiling, and it was really weird. But he still wasn't likable.
Yeah.
So somehow you said Jim Nash,
yeah.
His name? He somehow made me like the character of Cliff.
Okay.
So
yeah, same. And Josh Devlin played Ernst. I loved it. I loved his take on Ernst.
Yeah, he was great. I'll always say, I mean, there will never Duncan is the greatest Ernst, but that's just because that's my own. That was our Ernst, and so we always have a soft spot for that.
Yeah.
But it doesn't negate the fact that
he was great.
Their cast was excellent too. You know.
And it was a different take on it too.
Yeah.
But I think we can both agree that Maeve Kirby stole the show as Fraulein Kost.
Yeah, she was a really, really great Fraulein Kost. She's one of our local Erie theater friends.
Yeah.
So she went all the way down to Franklin to do this show.
Mm-hmm. She brought out a side to Kost that I have not seen.
Yeah.
And she made her intentions very clear. And I just thought she did an incredible job. Her voice is incredible.
Yeah, and Tomorrow Belongs to Me. That was the clearest I've seen it. Mm-hmm. What she's thinking, and it's okay if someone's interpretation is you don't really know what's going through their mind, but she made it so clear, and I appreciated that. Yeah. Where her stance was on Nazi Germany.
Right. Yeah. So that was Cabaret at the Barrow-Civic Theatre. Once again, we love the Barrow. It's a great place, and we are going to talk about them a little bit more.
Now that I know that they're in the 814.
Now that Brenna knows. So speaking of the Barrow, they announced their 2024 season, and it's pretty exciting.
Yeah, I'm excited to see every single one of these.
Yeah. So in February, they're doing The Play That Goes Wrong, and Vinny's here. Hi, Vinny.
Vinny has come to wreck the day. And auditions for The Play That Goes Wrong are happening very soon, December 9th and 10th.
Okay.
So
that's next week.
Yeah.
Yeah. So if you want to audition for a show out there, it's a bit of a drive, but it's not that bad. It's not that bad. I am probably auditioning for the next show, Jesus Christ Superstar, which runs in April and May. So that's going to be a great one. And then the summer show is SpongeBob the Musical.
Again, I have to miss it.
I know. That's always playing when you're
when I'm away. Although I think I might still be here to see maybe one show.
Yeah.
Vinny is currently destroying my couch. He's pulling himself along the entire bottom of the couch.
Hey, we don't do that here.
It's fine. You should see the bottom of it. It's completely destroyed. Right. He can't do much more damage.
Okay, that's fine. And then Annie is September 27th, 28th, and 29th. And October 3rd, 4th, and 5th. And then
Dracula.
It's not the Frank Wildhorn musical.
It is just the play.
Yeah.
Opening Halloween.
Oh, yeah. And it's only one weekend. Oh, Dracula the musical. Can I go into my story about Dracula the musical?
Go ahead.
Okay. Vinny, can you stop? Can you just relax for a minute?
Listen to the tale.
Yes, listen to the tale of Dracula at... God, what's the name of the theater? It was so bad. So it was in Clarksville, Tennessee. And I was cast as Renfield in Dracula. And the director decided he wanted to make it a little more contemporary and have it take place in modern-day New Orleans. And he wanted Dracula to be young and sexy. And he wanted sparkles like Twilight.
With the Mardi Gras beads?
I don't think we had Mardi Gras beads. That would have been really funny. It would have just made everything... It would have tied it all in a bow. The show opens...
It was musical. So was the music jazzy?
No! Nothing about it screamed New Orleans. So first of all, it started... The show's supposed to start with the main guy that gets turned into a vampire, or his girlfriend does. He's supposed to be driving to Transylvania, and...
Is this how you drive?
That's how I drive in my head right now. Just all over the road.
He's shaking his arms vigorously. I'm concerned.
Yeah, I mean, there aren't a lot of cars on the road in Transylvania, so I guess you can do that and get away with it. But instead, we had him on a bike. He was biking his way to Transylvania.
From where?
I don't know. I don't remember.
From New Orleans?
I would assume so. And it wasn't just like a bike. It was an exercise bike. They had an exercise bike on the front of the stage. This show got the worst reviews I've ever read. And they were completely warranted. It was the Roxy Regional Theater in Clarksville, Tennessee. That's what it was. And my God, I can't find the bad review anymore. But there is another review talking about the bad review. And I just...
The review was so bad it got famous.
Yeah. It was so bad that it got referenced in another review for being a bad review. And it was so accurate, though. I can't believe I was a part of that. Oh, man. Okay.
Well, this will not be that.
No, this will not be. This will be the straight play Dracula, and hopefully not taking place in modern-day New Orleans with a long, long bike ride to Romania.
And you can see that Halloween weekend of next year.
Yes. What else? What else right now? Broadway and Erie.
Yeah.
Whoa. Broadway and Erie. Let me bring that up.
Yeah, so the season was announced a while ago, and as you might all know, it's Hairspray and Annie and Shrek the Musical, and also Stomp.
Stomp too, yeah. So I talked to Allie this past week.
Our rep at Broadway and Erie.
And we love her because she's awesome and does awesome things for us.
She's the one who was able to obtain us tickets to Bluey to give away.
Well, you know what? I'm just going to say it now. we're going to have another giveaway very soon.
Yes.
We'll have more details on that next week.
Because that's happening in December, right?
Yeah.
So it's going to be happening, very, very soon.
And that is for Hairspray. So get ready for that.
Yes. And that'll be for the January 10th performance.
Yes, the opening night performance. Tickets went on sale for all of the individual shows, I think on Friday. So Hairspray, Annie, Stomp, Shrek, all on sale. You can get tickets for them all now. Or you can just wait and try to win tickets. Yeah. But, if you really want them, you should buy them.
Right. Because these are all big shows.
Yeah. They're going to sell out.
Yeah.
For sure. So yeah, thank you to Allie. And we will have more information on that coming up next week.
Fall in love all over again.
I see what they did there. Hey. Look at that. That's cute, Shrek. That's cute.
All right.
Okay.
So is that everything we wanted to touch on before the break?
Yeah. So we're gonna take a quick break, and then we're gonna be back. And we're going to talk about It's a Wonderful Life.
Stay tuned.
Hey, what's up?
We're back.
We are. We are back from our Werner Books coffee break.
I didn't drink any coffee.
I did, and it is from Werner Books.
Yeah.
And it is a cookie butter latte.
And they decorated the little cardboard holder with all these snowflakes.
Sleeve.
The sleeve.
The sleeve, if you will.
The sleeve.
Yes.
So cute.
So we love Werner Books. They are our sponsor for our coffee break. That's what we're going to call it from now on. Yeah. I like that. That was a good call.
Yeah. I using that brain.
Using that noggin of yours. Mm-hmm. Always good. Werner Books, they are up for 6 awards for Best of Year.
We've said them multiple times, but you should know what they are right now. Just go for them for every single category.
Everything. We love them. They're awesome. And
well, the one they care about the most is Best Bookstore.
Yes, and they are the best bookstore.
They are.
By far.
And, we'll tell you what just happened. Kyle was just on a podcast from Charlie Gibson. He was on Good Morning America. Mm-hmm. The podcast is called The Bookcase. And Kyle was invited to go speak about Werner Books on this national podcast. Werner Books is huge. Go.
And what book did he recommend?
He recommended my book.
Yeah, he did.
It was the first time that they got a graphic novel recommendation on their podcast, which is terrible.
But also awesome that Kyle was the first to do it.
I know. I feel honored.
Your book.
I know.
Yeah. So that's cool.
And Kyle did great.
Yeah.
I listened. He did a fantastic job on that podcast.
I plan on listening to that on my way home. And we also, we're also looking for more sponsorships. We have other segments, and we are always open for some more money to help us make this thing run, because it does cost money to do this.
Not only run the podcast and usually use the studio.
Usually, yeah.
and get all the tickets that we can.
Yes. So that's the main thing. We want to pay for the tickets to the shows that we go see and not take comps, because that's not really supporting the theater. So yeah, sponsorships are huge, and if you have a local business and would like to sponsor us, we'd love to talk. And we will also be starting a Patreon very soon.
Yes.
Oh my goodness.
It was Vinny.
Vinny's not even in the room. So our Patreon is going to start up here in about 2 or 3 weeks. And we're just getting that ready to go. We have some exciting stuff coming up. We have our website. We have an awesome new logo from the one and only Brenna Thumler.
That's me.
Mario.
It's still in the works.
Yep.
But we got a lot of stuff in the works.
We do. One thing that's not in the works, it's already happening. The works are over, and it's on stage now.
Are we talking about It's a Wonderful Life right now?
We are.
Okay.
That was my segue.
That was a really, really bad segue.
Well, you know, the guy who invented the Segway died in a Segway accident.
What?
Yeah.
What's a Segway? Oh, you mean like the standing wheel things?
Yeah. So how's that for a segue?
Let's talk about It's a Wonderful Life.
It's a Wonderful Life.
Yeah. So we saw that last night at Erie Playhouse. It opened last night. Mm-hmm. The cast was incredible.
Yes.
I think for me, Clarence might have stolen the show.
Oh yeah, Charles Corritor.
Yeah, who played the guardian angel.
Yeah.
He was just so delightful, and I would want him to be my guardian angel.
Yeah, yeah. I've seen Charlie in so many shows, and he's always great. I think my favorite role I saw him in was Pseudolus in A Funny Thing Happened on the Way to the Forum.
Okay.
And he was fantastic. Charlie's always great. I got to give big props to Patrick Vahey.
Oh my gosh, I know.
He's in every single scene.
And he has so much dialogue.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's crazy. And the show is insanely long.
Okay, so we'll talk about the negatives soon.
Which had nothing to do at all with any of the talent or the crew.
Yeah.
It was the show itself, like the written show.
Yeah, but let's first go into, you know, what we loved and who we loved, because we loved a lot about it.
Chris Peterson was hilarious as always.
As always. That dude will
He's so funny.
He'll make you laugh just sitting there.
Yeah.
Like he's just a funny guy.
I know, he played not that large of a role. I mean, he had speaking lines and he was in a lot of scenes. Yeah, but just not one of the main cast, but still.
Yeah.
He was making me crack up.
Yeah. David Durst was fantastic.
Yeah, as what was the character's name again? Harry Potter.
Harry Potter.
He was great as Harry Potter.
You know who stole the show for me?
Huh.
It was Amanda.
Oh, Vampire. The Vampire.
Amanda Fielding. She, so she was pushing David Durst in the wheelchair the whole show.
Not a single line,
nope.
Not a single action other than pushing the wheelchair / standing creepily in the background.
But the choices she made were fantastic. And, I thought to myself, this woman is going to kill this man by the end of the show.
And then she did.
And then you never see him again. So maybe she did. And I just loved it. I thought she was incredible. One of the strangest people I've ever met. And she knows that's a high compliment. Yeah, it was great to see Dr. Robesky. I saw... That was the first time I've seen Dr. Robesky in a show.
Was he Uncle Billy?
He was Uncle Billy.
Oh my gosh, yeah, he was great. When he did that weird, he was singing a song and he was doing almost like the Bob entrance from Schitt's Creek.
Yeah.
Just
he also had one of the funniest lines of the night.
It hurts too much to think.
I feel that. I feel that on a very deep level. Let's see, who else?
I want to give a shout out to the choreographer. Was Melissa Dixon. Amazing choreography. There was a really, really big cast.
Huge.
And it's hard to choreograph that and make it look clean, but also interesting. Mm-hmm. Not just simple moves that look like you didn't put any thought into it. This was still very simple and clean choreography, but clever and just interesting formations and interesting moves. I really, really enjoyed the dances. And especially during there's a whole dance sequence where it's like a partner dance at some kind of party, like a dance party or like a prom almost.
Kinda, yeah. It's like a graduation party.
Yeah.
That's what it was.
And so it was old-timey dances like the Charleston, because it's a period piece.
It was a Charleston competition.
Yes, that's right. Yeah, because they're competing. Yeah. And that was fun to watch. That was maybe the highlight of the show for me, was that scene. So awesome job, Melissa, at the choreography. It was great.
Yeah. So the show was fantastic. I mean, not the show.
Everyone involved.
The performances and everyone involved in the show. The direction of Ryan Ingram.
The costumes were also really great.
Yeah, we have nothing negative to say about anybody involved in the show.
Except the writers of the musical.
Yes. The show is about 2 hours too long.
And, okay, it's Keith Ferguson and Bruce Greer. Yep. Sorry for the call out directly to you guys.
Maybe they're dead. I don't know. We don't know.
So obviously this is based on the 1946 film.
Yeah.
And can I say some facts real fast?
Yeah. Bring us facts.
So the film was a box office flop. Unsurprisingly.
I can't imagine
when
why.
It came out, it didn't become a Christmas classic until the copyright lapsed. Which I feel like that takes a while for the copyright to lapse. And the film was based on a short story called The Greatest Gift by Philip Van Doren, which was also a flop.
Oh, boy.
Like, he pushed it to all these publishers and no one wanted it. So he just self-published it to 200 of his friends and family, and that was it. So it didn't even do well as a story. And then Keith Ferguson and Bruce Greer were like, you know what would be a great idea?
To take this story that flopped twice and make it flop again.
Let's just keep the flopping going.
We love flopping.
So that's what this musical was based on, was the flop based on the flop.
There's a lot of flops.
And so this is a flop number 3. It's so long. Every single song is exactly the same. It just says the same thing all over and over again.
There is a reprise for every song.
And
I swear to
the
God.
lyrics are so cliche.
Yeah.
Just like lines you've heard in every single bad love song or emotional song ever.
And the guy's going to kill himself over $8,000?
Okay, there's a lot happening in his life. It's not that. But
he got real mad at his kids.
Yeah. And then Guardian Angel comes in and he's like, "Children, I'm not going to say sorry, but now I love you guys. But
I love you now."
One good fun fact is that Russell Shearman, who was the special effects lead in the movie, he invented a new type of snow that is still used today. Unimportant, but it was water, soap flakes, foamite, and sugar.
I thought you were going to say cocaine.
It wasn't previously cocaine, but it was previously made with either untoasted cornflakes, but that was really loud, and they didn't. That wasn't like the best effect.
Just crunching
or asbestos. They also used asbestos.
Oh, that's a good idea
for snow.
I think that's a fantastic idea.
So that was what was previously creating film snow, but Russell Shearman came up with a new type of snow that's still used today. So,
asbestos.
Also, hopefully, I don't know, maybe the flop continues, but Paul McCartney, when I looked up this musical for fun facts, I couldn't find hardly anything on this musical we saw last night, unsurprisingly.
Yeah.
But all I could find were articles about Paul McCartney, because he's working, or was working, on a new musical version of It's Wonderful Life, because Bill Kenwright acquired the rights to this. And he reached out to Paul McCartney. He's like, "Hey, come write a musical.
Can you make this not suck?"
Yeah. So I guess Paul McCartney teamed up with Lee Hall, who wrote the Billy Elliot musical.
Okay.
And also the screenplay for Rocket Man. So he's real into Elton John. And so the two of them were working, and the plan was for it to hit the UK stage late 2020. But then, I don't know, pandemic happened. So maybe it just didn't go on. It was going to go to the UK stage and then go to Broadway. But I don't know what's happening.
Another thing I'd like to say positively about the show was the children.
Yes.
They were adorable. And they were very talented.
Yeah. So I was telling Ryan, there's this one scene, I was watching them during the, sort of the kick line moment.
Yeah.
And there's this one scene where each individual, one of these 4 kids, has to step forward with their arms out on a certain word, like to hit the beat. It's like every 8 counts. And they nailed it. And these kids are probably like 7 or 8, maybe even younger.
Yeah.
And they hit those notes perfectly. And we know some older performers who struggle to hit one little beat. And those kids
can't even turn his head. I'm not gonna.
But these kids were fantastic.
It's staying in. I don't care. Great job to the kids.
Also sounded great. They had some solos.
They did.
In one of those many reprises.
And their microphones were way too loud, but it was so cute.
Yeah.
We loved it.
Yeah.
And you know what? Like, the show, it's not going to be for everyone, but there is a crowd that's going to love this show. The crowd did love the show last night.
It was nice to get into the holiday spirit, although it took the entire show to get...
Well, it took until intermission.
Yeah.
After intermission, they finally say, "Oh, it's Christmas Eve."
Yeah.
And then they sing a whole Christmas song.
But I guess that the people, I forget his name, the guy who did the movie.
Doesn't matter. It's a flop.
He had no intention of this being a Christmas movie.
Okay.
It was just meant to be.
So it's like Die Hard.
Yeah.
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 So there you have it.
Yeah, I mean, like, go see it.
Oh my gosh, yeah, like go see the incredible talent.
The talent on that stage is incredible. I forgot to mention Mark Tannenbaum.
The spaghetti.
his very, very Italian accent. And
that honestly kind of saved the show for me a bit because it was so funny.
That song was really funny. Yeah.
They played an Italian. He and
Colleen Pretty.
They play an Italian couple who Patrick, he and his wife helped them get a house. Yeah. And so they sing this really, really long song thanking him for getting them the house.
And it's really fun.
And it just keeps going on and on and on and on. And but that was like the only tolerable form of going on and on and on.
I disagree. My form of going on and on and on is fun sometimes.
I meant in the show, but also you're wrong.
Oh. Rude. All right, I'm going to find a joke and go way too long with it.
No.
Next time we have a guest, it'll be next week.
Okay. Also, I want to say, we tried to find information on when this musical was written. We have no idea. Every single site said something conflicting. There was one site that said that it came up in 1987, but that was apparently a musical written by two other people. So there was an earlier version of this, the flop before the flop, and we're thinking that's the 1987 one. And then it was like, oh, these musicals have been happening since the year 2000. And then on a few sites, including the Google main site, it says this musical by Keith Ferguson and Bruce Greer was originally copyrighted and published in 2011. So we have no idea.
I don't know who to believe.
I trust nobody.
I don't trust anybody either.
So it came out sometime between 1987 and 2011. That's the best we can do.
You decide. You decide what date. It could have been any time in that time period.
It doesn't really matter. The lyrics are like from the 1920s.
Yeah. But hey, it's a wonderful life. Okay, we're going to go into our What's on 814. So, it's Spotlight 814, and we're here to tell you what's on 814.
Okay, so we're going to go in the same order as last time and go through from Meadville and then Erie. So, in Meadville, at the Academy, Frozen Junior, they were there. Hello, Paul.
Paul, great job last night.
Awesome. Yeah, Frozen Junior is opening December 8th and they're running through the 17th. But they were at the Academy last night doing like a meet and greet with people at Mary Meadville.
Oh.
And then at MCT, A Doll's House is having their auditions tomorrow.
Okay.
Tomorrow and Monday. So December 3rd and 4th. And that's going to be running January 19th through the 28th. That's directed by Katie Wickert. So you can go audition for that and be in A Doll's House at MCT. Let's switch over to Erie now. Erie. At All in Act, this is the final weekend for Jake's Women. So you have just a couple more chances to see that. And then Agatha Christie's Murder of Roger Ackroyd is going to be running February 2nd through the 25th.
Is he related to Dan Aykroyd?
I was thinking the exact same thing. I wrote that down. Okay, so Drama Shop. We don't currently have any news we can share. There's going to be new news released very soon, so stay tuned.
They are taking a Christmas break.
They're breaking during December, which I think they typically do, just to give their people a break. I don't know. Anyway, but there will be things happening next year. We just can't say anything yet, so there will be announcing stuff soon.
Stay tuned.
Yeah. Footlights Performing Arts Center. They're having a variety show December 14th and 15th. PACA Strike 12 opened last night. That's running December 1st through 17th. So you still have a nice long while to see that.
And we'll be there maybe next week to see that.
Yeah, hopefully. Playhouse It's Wonderful Life, obviously. And same as PACA, they're also running December 1st through 17th.
Yep. You can see our friend Paul Bills in that.
He was also currently
in the chat
watching.
Right now.
Yeah. And so, yeah, we saw that last night. So go see that. You have until the 17th to see that. And then Station Dinner Theater, they have, this is so long, Christmas Memories, the Magical Holiday Family Musical.
They could have cut that down.
High School Musical, the musical, the series. December 2nd through the 17th. That is running. So that's happening today. That's opening today. December 2nd. And then finally, for our college shows, everything is over now. But Gannon is doing Gypsy. That also opened last night, and that's just going through the 9th.
Good show.
So go see that. There are members of the community in that, as well as college students. And then Barrow-Civic. Barrow-Civic, The Play That Goes Wrong, like we said, auditions are December 9th and 10th. So that's very, very soon.
And that's in Franklin.
Franklin, PA, running February 23rd through March 3rd.
All right.
So 2 weekends.
And is that all for what's on 814?
That's all 814.
All right. So thank you all for joining us today.
These are my bookshelves. This is weird. It's like everyone's seeing my home.
Hey, look at all these books.
Yeah.
No, there's no books over there.
No.
Just there.
Then there's no cat anymore.
No cat anymore. So thanks for joining us, and we're going to wrap it up as we will always do live on this.
Did we talk about everything that we needed to talk about?
I think we did. Yeah. That's it. So
did I have anything more for? Oh, I had some things for Warner Books really fast.
Yeah.
I know there were a couple things. So there's one more event on auditions that are happening. Erotic fiction auditions. They're through what's the place?
Gannon Schuster Theater.
Yeah, the Schuster Theater. Auditions are Monday, December 4th and Tuesday, December 5th. The event is on Facebook. Go check it out. There's going to be a stage reading held at our sponsor, Warner Books, in the Liberty Street Plaza. It's going to be happening February 8th through the 17th, but auditions are coming up in 2 days, the 4th and 5th. So you can go audition for the reading, and then there's going to be the reading at Warner. It's going to be awesome.
And David Durst is watching. Great job again last night,
yes,
David.
you did so fantastic.
You were so evil.
I know. He along with Clarence stole the show for me, I think.
Yeah.
He has an incredible voice and was so menacing and yeah.
Loved it.
Also, I think his song was the one that was
like Ursula.
Yeah, it was the version of Poor Unfortunate Souls.
Yep.
Sign the contract.
Sign it. Sign your life away.
Yeah.
Okay, awesome. So that wraps everything up for us this week. We love you guys. Thank you for...
Also...
Oh, stop it!
No, there are more. I wrote down some things that I wanted to say about Warner Books. So really quick, because we love them. So if you need last-minute gift ideas for Christmas, Warner Books has so many things. They have like tons of locally made products.
Yeah.
Like they have locally made candles and art and headbands and candy and chocolate and stuff like that. They have a whole selection of puzzles and games now.
Yeah, that's right.
And then they have also all kinds of journals. And then, of course, their Warner Book swag. Like mugs and shirts and bags and sweatshirts and stuff like that.
Yeah, so check out Warner Books. We love them. You guys get your books from there. Don't go to Barnes & Noble. Don't go to Amazon. Shop
Just
local.
go to Warner Books. They also have gift cards you can get for people for Christmas.
Yes, that's what I want.
So go support Warner Books. Support us. You have till December 11th to vote for our podcast.
Yeah.
On Best of Erie and Warner Books for 6 different categories, which we've said multiple times.
Yep, and we'll keep saying it.
Yeah.
So is that everything? Do I have your permission to wrap it up now?
Let me think. There's got to be more. No, you can go ahead.
Okay. Thank you, Erie. We love you.
Thanks for listening.
Yeah, and we're happy to be back. Not in the studio, but we're in a makeshift studio, and we're enjoying it. So we'll see you next week. Bye, guys.
Bye.